Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have a little bit more funner news than we had to go and talk about in the video from earlier on today, where if you guys do not know, the PlayStation 5 Pro actually has some good news. Now, as you guys have probably seen on the channel, the reception's been a little bit on the mediocre side. There's been a lot of issues in the PSSR, and we've kind of talked about the shimmering, and I've had a similar kind of intro on a few other videos, but I was had to remind people I don't hate the PS5 Pro. I have one. It's chill. You know, we're giving one away. We probably actually get the very, very last minute giveaway entries going on. We'll probably have that rolled by like Christmas Day and then have it kind of announced for the next 1 or 2 days too as well. So be on the lookout for that. But one big thing to know is that we actually are seeing finally some more good news coming out for this. We recently, throughout this past entire week, we saw that the PlayStation 5 Pro Horizon update actually went out really, really well. Basically showing that the PlayStation Studios has had a chance to kind of adjust things and work on things, and it's kind of seeming pretty good. And we're not seeing big issues with like glitches and shimmering and other various things. But the one big thing is a lot of people are curious on what's going to be happening in the future. What games are going to be coming out for it? Is it still worth it to buy a PS5 Pro? Like just the general, am I going to get my money's worth? Do people even care? Because there's also been a really, really big skepticism when it comes to PlayStation VR 2. While it did have a kind of a cool, I guess, announcement and hype, and people have still been picking on it up. And of course, I think the biggest update is that you can utilize that on the PC. Some people are still concerned about the future of it. Do I want to spend all this extra money on a PlayStation VR when they might go and drop it and may not support new games with it? Companies themselves may not care about it, whatever it might be. And that's where people are kind of have their heads on right now for the PlayStation 5 Pro. But thankfully, we're actually seeing some of the more important and most hyped up PlayStation games basically having confirmations that they are going to be supported, they're going to be worked on, and let's just go talk about it a little bit more. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on for our PS5 Pro giveaway, pretty much your last minute giveaway entries on here. So make sure you guys are subscribed here, and especially on the second YouTube account. We also have to do the Twitter accounts down below, and of course the Twitch is one to be a part of all of those as well. We'll be doing a lot more on the second YouTube account too, so definitely go subscribe over here with the coming year starting, and of course as well the affiliate links for everything down below, consoles, pros, all that good stuff. PlayStation 5's on sale, and I just appreciate you all so much for watching, and let's go dive on into some kind of cool news. So once again, like we've seen some rough stuff. Like Unreal Engine 5 harder ray tracing shows its muscles in the PlayStation 5 Pro. But like basically the whole idea on this was that the Fortnite itself decided to not even utilize the PSSR. And like that's a big game. It's probably one of the most active, if not the active gameplay on PlayStation. Call of Duty also depending on the time, place, and all that. I'm sure you guys know how massive Fortnite is. But this company decided not to go and use the PSSR, which is the PlayStation concept. And this is also with Unreal Engine and also Epic being partially owned by PlayStation. And of course, there's also been a few other games that just have not had a confirmation. Like we've had some like confirmation list over here too, like Alan Wake, Assassin's Creed, Demon's Souls, Dragon's Dogma, Final Fantasy Rebirth, Horizon, Hogwarts, Marvel's Legacy, Marvel Spider-Man. We have, I just said Marvel, basically, you know, just all these various games like Resident Evil Remake, Jedi Survivor, Last of Us, First Ascendant. But in all honesty, a lot of these actually had issues when they first came out. A good example is Last of Us had a little bit of shimmering, Stellar Blaze seemed perfectly fine, Star Wars Jedi Survivor had issues, Resident Evil Remake had issues, Silent Hill had issues. Like we saw issues, but some also weren't perfect, like Gran Turismo, Horizon Forbidden West, all of that. So people are just kind of skeptical on like what's going on. And this is where the good news actually happens, because right now we've had confirmation that Monster Hunter Wilds is going to be working with the PlayStation 5 Pro. Now, maybe if you guys aren't big on Monster Hunter, etc., whatever it might be, that's really fine. But one big thing to note is that this is probably one of the most popular game series out there. You may not believe it, because I'm going to be playing the absolute heck load out of this when this game does come on out. So definitely subscribe here, or the second YouTube, or the Twitch, or whatever you decide to go stream it on. I never know. I kind of want to stream here sometimes. I want to stream my second account sometimes. I kind of make it clean. I don't know. We'll figure it out on the start of the new year. We have a lot of things changing. But the big thing to note is that like this once again confirms that companies still have the PlayStation 5 Pro in mind, that they want to work on certain things. They want to make sure it's not being left behind like how Fortnite is. And some of these games, such as like Monster Hunter Wilds, is the prime example of what game should be utilizing the PSSR and the PS5 Pro. Mainly because, well, there's a lot of environmental details, similar environmental details, a lot of similar character models, etc., etc. And of course, as well, like just everything will work better on the Pro. A lot of big things are in environments. copy pasting things like rock formations to kind of cut down the rendering times, and basically utilizing AI and machine learning and having multiple, like millions if not thousands of people just experimenting on how to make it better. At the same time, something like Monster Hunter Wilds, maybe even over like say a 6-month period, will actually have the console run more efficiently and have everything run a lot better because the console itself has all this AI and machine learning capabilities to know exactly what to go and fine tune, what to copy paste, what to make everything look nicer and better. And this is why everyone's excited, because once again, for the high level summaries, Monster Hunter Wilds has now been confirmed to be enhanced for the PS5 Pro via a patch on the release day, which this is a dub. The PS5 Pro support details will be shared later, but expect improved graphics and performance, and there was a lot of performance issues as well. And I think this is kind of like probably gonna be the perfect game to kind of like, it's almost like the proving ground, I would say, for the PS5 Pro. Because while there are games out there such as say Spider-Man or Horizon, which do have notable improvements, one thing to note is this is gonna be a day one game. Silent Hill or all these other, like say, Resident Evil remakes or whatever it might be, have been around for a little bit of time, and they're also sometimes on PC. While this is going to be on PC itself, there's probably going to be a lot more console users just because the game itself was not running good on PC on day one. I myself had a little bit of issues on PC. There's a lot of memes and these polygon issues, etc. And like this is going to be the one game where the PS5 Pro actually might be a better like console to run on. Like you might actually prefer it on console over PC. Now, if you got some crazy 5000 series GPU and your PC can basically go and solo launch a spaceship to Mars, yeah, you're probably going to enjoy Monster Hunter Wilds more on PC. But if you're someone who's on the mid tier, like I have a 3080 Ti, like at this point, I'd almost consider playing this game on the PS5 Pro because it will be optimized a little bit better. And while the graphically may not be as like going crazy, I'd probably prefer a more stable performance than maybe having micro stutters or jitters or all of that. And on top of that too, this is a big deal. Because as I mentioned, a lot of this game is meant to be having, like when it comes to like environments, like a lot of this is all environment. And like faces obviously look nice too, but look throughout every one of these pictures in this game. Look at all the rock formations in the background. This is exactly where the PSSR and Pro will go and shine. Because this is all stuff that's like, it's nice to have, but you don't need it. So this is where you can kind of go copy paste random little rocks and little random details on the ground and little like random like lines in these little rifts or whatever in these canyons, or things like sand. I'm sure they're gonna have a few other various like environments as they've done for other Monster Hunter games, but the big deal is that like they have all of this, like that this is all easily copy paste stuff that will be really good to go and tone down the optimization issues that were already plaguing the consoles themselves, and especially on PC. So as they're saying, we are happy to confirm that the PS5 Pro enhanced support will be added to Monster Hunter Wilds via a day one patch. We'll share more details on how the graphics will be enhanced in the PS5 Pro at a later date. And obviously whenever I see that, I'm probably make a video and talk about it because I'm excited for the game itself. But this is, like I said, they're gonna be that big test of the console, because this is gonna be the very first big day one Pro game. We're gonna hope there's no shimmering issues or copy paste issues or AI issues or whatever we may go and see, because I just don't want to see that obviously. But I'm also gonna be very, very curious to see on like what will be better, like how much of a graphical jump, because this really is the perfect game. It's a open big world where you're gonna have a bunch of textures everywhere. So if you have AI taking advantage of like an entire huge open world map with multiple different zones and environments, and with like water effects and tree effects and towns and all of that, other people, etc., this might be the golden game to go and actually test out the PS5 Pro. Now, things like Horizon are a good example, but once again, it's a single player game. As well, it's also been a PlayStation Studios game. And Capcom, although is a huge company, this is the one company that's also not owned by PlayStation. So yeah, we've seen a lot of Horizon games do look phenomenal, and I do support that. That's why I like my PS5 Pro. But as we also go and see things like this from Capcom, this is like that third party game that we have the time to work on this, because we still have around 2-3 months before Monster Hunter Wilds comes out. So as of literally right this second, this is the golden moment. This is the golden time. And this is where a lot of PS5 Pro people should be getting excited for, especially because we've seen it already announced. And obviously a lot of people are hyped up for it. But obviously, there is a little bit of skepticism, saying they did not detail exactly what form the PS5 Pro and support that Monster Hunter Wilds would take, and the publisher instead that it will share more details later on. So, I mean, in theory, they still had a lot of issues and graphical issues and optimization issues and rendering issues and loading issues, and honestly, a lot of issues overall when it comes to the game when it first came on out. when it comes to like the beta itself. So they have to first and foremost fix that. But I do want to say, again, this is going to hopefully make the performance targets better, have higher frame rates, and of course kind of still maintain that nice fidelity of how the game should go and look. Because I don't want to be having a 20 FPS sometimes game, especially for an action adventure RPG. I want to have that solid, consistent 60 FPS. Imagine trying to go play Elden Ring with a occasional frame drop. You're not going to feel happy. Or if a boss somehow goes and wipes you on out and takes out all your HP, you're not going to feel proud. You're going to be more upset about how your console completely went and just kind of screwed you on over. So I'm excited for this one because I want the game to look great. I want the textures to look good, and I want a lot of people to go and enjoy Monster Hunter Wilds because I do think this game is going to be one of my more favorite games, especially for 2025. Either way, I do think a lot of pro users should be hyped up for this. It kind of shows that other game companies are not completely giving up on PlayStation like Fortnite did, or even other various things like EA that are kind of taking things as a back step, and this still has a good proving ground to see if the PS5 Pro is actually worth the money or not. So give me your thoughts and comments on everything down below. Merry Christmas to all of you lovely folks. I love you guys all very much. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, with all the Twitter links down below. We have the Twitch links and the second YouTube account for the Pro giveaway entries, and of course all the affiliate links too. And I hope you guys just have a great, fantastic day. We might have some more videos tomorrow, and I appreciate you all so much for watching.